Oh, tongue-tied already. Saturday Night Live with me, Joe. There is no do-overs on that one, I guess. Just sitting here and having a beer and relaxing. Happy to have my week over with. I went and had my MRI done this week. I got fitted for my heart monitor. So I've been to doctors, to and from, back and forth. It's been fun. I've got, next week I've got more to do. Next week I gotta go in for a stress test. I'm like, I'm not stressed. Well, now they're gonna start. But yeah, that's going next week, and then I get the results of my MRI next week as well. Not for sure what they're gonna say or what they're gonna be, but that's what's going on here. That and Ruby's going into heat and keeping her quarantined from the little puppies. Toby, Teddy, whatever your name is, back up and go away. So there's not much going on with me, like there never is. So we got Toby up here. If he'd sit still, he's just hanging out. I loving life. I am too. It's it's life. I'm just happy this week's over, having me a cold beer and relaxing because I got a bunch of doctor tests done and over with, and got a few more to go. Well, thank you very much. I can use all the subscribers that I can get. Saturday nights, I like to get on here and just discuss whatever anybody wants to talk about. It's open forum. Feel free. Normally, I do lives and post videos about all my dogs and stuff, but Saturday nights are my turn to unwind and just talk with people about whatever comes up. And of course, there's always a dog coming up because there's always a dog around. But that's what I do. Well, nobody's hanging out. Two people popped on. Whoa. We have a rush now. I'm kidding. I make jokes about when people pop on because I don't get many views. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. That's my flavor of choice. I had to find something when Budweiser went to the woke, I guess you would call it. So I had to find a beer that I liked. My message to the world is don't trust anyone, period. Wife, husband, child. The only people that you can trust in this world is this dog right here and all them other dogs. That's the word. And that's the message. No, no more than any other beer would, I guess. Is once you break the seal, it's broken, so it's free flow forever. But yeah, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, sometimes you can't even trust family. And that's pretty sad to say, but it happens that way. And things, you sure can't trust the people that's closest to you because those are the ones that you're shocked when you turn around and that's who was holding the knife. Hi, hello. I don't have my glasses on and I probably wouldn't pronounce your name correctly anyway. Hey, Miss Moo. Sorry, guys. Miss Molly wanted it. She doesn't want to turn to the camera because she is scared cat. Hey, sweetie. That's little Molly. She come to hang out because she got to go to sleep. You tired? You ready to lay down? It's just their bedtime. I'm doing good. Hi, nice pup. Thank you. That's Molly. No, I'm not an alcoholic. I drink beer on Saturday night. No more than 6. That's little Molly. Not yet. Yeah. Life keeps dealing out what it does, and you never know who's going to become an alcoholic. Because life has a way just of slapping you upside the head and say, good morning. Yeah, they could end up trying. That's my baby. And around here, we protect what's ours. No, I don't think I'm going to end up eating a dog. Yes, dogs are loyal. A lot more loyal than any human. Even the ones that swear up and down you're the one, and nothing will come between us except distance and the highway. What do you want, sweetie? All right, you lay right there. I appreciate it, Papa Smurf. I like getting subscribers. I like hanging out and see what's going on. What's up, Rolly? Everybody, that's my buddy up in Ohio, Rolly. He can come and say hello. He's usually on here on the weekends when he's not too tired from his new puppy. So yeah, we just get out here and talk. Anything you guys want to pop up with, and we'll discuss it. Except the one dude that said I'm going to eat my dog, because we don't eat dogs. Dogs eat before I eat, but we don't eat dogs. They get their dinners. They my babies. Yes, I agree. I have 7 of the world's best dogs when they're sleeping. They're actually really good most of the time anyway. Except right. You have asthma. Ugh. I don't know what I got. I'm going through the process of every test under the world. I got my MRI done, like I said earlier. I got that done this week, and I'm right now hooked up to a heart monitor. Got to wear that for 3 weeks. I go next Wednesday for a stress test. Or no, next Tuesday is the stress test. Next Wednesday is the results of the MRI to see if any more damage has been done. Hay fever. I hate allergies. Usually I don't run into anything like hay fever and pollen and stuff. But I feel for those people that do. Damn. All kinds of breathing issues. I don't have those yet. Of course, I don't know what they're going to tell me after all my tests are done. Yeah, I bet. I hate having anything. I hate tests. I'm on my third stroke, so I worry about a bunch of other stuff. Hello. Hi. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I catch the comments pretty well, but the names are not easy. Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I try to just hold conversation this evening about what anybody wants to talk about. Normally, my life consists of dogs, and as you can hear, Stella meowing. We have a couple cats. So, Saturdays are my me time to hang out with everybody. Because that's what I do. I'm always sitting with the cats and the dogs. Because I don't know. Yes, I know smoking is bad for me. I've only been doing it for 35 years, so yes, I understand. It's a very, very hard habit to quit. I've quit a couple times. I've made it all the way to 8 months, but somebody left a cigarette. Somebody left a cigarette down. And I was like, one puff won't hurt. Yeah, that was a bad mistake. Goes right back to it. You and every other doctor is trying to save my life. But yes, I understand. Cigarettes are bad, but it's my time. Life is short, yes. Yeah, I've had a lot of people in my family also pass away from smoking because, well, back in the 80s, wasn't nothing else to do. You just snuck cigarettes. Yeah. My grandma had lung cancer. My mom had esophageal cancer. There's that risk. But I can promise everybody that's watching, none of us are getting out of here alive. So if you do something and you enjoy it, then by all means, go ahead and do it. Unless it's illegal, and then when you get caught, then that's your problem because you got caught. I probably sound like a lot of people because Don't know anything about that dance. I couldn't dance if somebody paid me to. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm cutting down. I try not to smoke. My Saturday nights, these are usually the only videos that I smoke on is Saturday nights hanging out. Because I just want to be me. And when I make other videos with the dogs and stuff, I try to stay away from it. Well, thank you. Rolly, the weather down here has been pretty nice. I'd like for it to rain a little bit because I need my grass wet before I put down my flea spray, and I figure if God could water my yard, that would be a less on my water bill. So I've been waiting on that. If it doesn't happen, I'll have to water the grass and get down the flea stuff. But it's been about 80, 90, sunny. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're subscribed to me as well. Trying to catch your name, Logan Gaming Channel. Appreciate it. No, I don't play games. Since the stroke, my right hand doesn't work like it should, and I never played them beforehand because when they got rid of the big video games that I remember as a kid and they put a controller in your hand, I was forever trying to move the controller around to get my man to move, and it just didn't work that way, so I was never really good at it. Yeah, it'll get better. It's been a year, but at least I can hold things without my whole entire arm just shaking all crazy and stuff. I still have a hard time trying to hold a razor and shave that side of my head because I can't get the razor exactly right. Drinking a Baja Blast. I'm having a Corona. This is Saturday. I don't go to bars, so I figured I'd drink at home and talk with anybody that wants to talk. See what we can talk about. Well, yeah, if your mom won't let you, then you shouldn't do that. What kind of games you like, Logan? What's your game of choice, I guess, for gaming? Okay. Well, thank you. I try to keep up and chat with everybody about stuff. Ruby, stop. I've heard about Fortnite. Sorry, she can't go out with the... Ruby, stop it. She can't go out with the other dogs right now because Ruby, because she's going into heat. So when they're outside raising cane, she's in here raising cane. Ruby Page, stop it. Ruby. Ay, ay, ay. Oreo. If we start off, we have Ruby. Hush. My dog's name is Ruby. Then there's Toby. Then there's Susie. Then there's Oliver. And then there's Wally. And then there's Molly and Teddy. So that's 7 of them. Those are my dogs. Ruby, stop. You can't go outside because you're in heat and you're not attracting strange dogs in my yard. Hush, lay down. It's just not going to happen. I have a cat named Stanley and one named Stella. I've never heard of Roblox. I've heard of Call of Duty. And yeah, I like football games. I love watching people that know how to play video games. I can sit back and watch them play because to me that shit's awesome. I just can't get the people to work right. They don't go where I want them to go in my head because my fingers don't match my brain sometimes. So it makes it very interesting. But I will watch other people play because that's just, if you're good at it, it's good at it. Oh, I'm so sorry I woke him up. I'll tell her that, I'll definitely let her know that she got a voice loud enough to wake up dogs in Ohio. Nah, I've got my email linked into my stuff. I'm not giving out my phone number, but my email, Ruby, my email's linked in there if you want to send an email and chat, but no, I don't get any of that stuff. Like I said, I'm not into many video games. I'll watch them, but I can't play them. Kind of suck at it. Yeah, he's trying to figure out where the dog is. That dog is a long way away. I wish she was a long way away. Because she is very loud. As you and Goober both know. We got two other people there. They're exchanging their video game names, which is cool. You can bring people together. I mean, that's pretty straight. I'm not a video gamer, but if two of them get on here and say, hey, boom, boom, there you go. I did my good deed for the week. Nobody gonna bring me down. Just exchanging usernames and stuff on video games. That's just surprising me that it's just that easy. I think it's funny. And they'll be off being best friends in a week playing video games, or somebody's going to be mad at the other one because one's better than the other. Like I said, I don't know how they go, but I think it's pretty cool. I am not good at them. I'm one of those, if I was in an arcade, I'm usually at the pool table because I prefer to shoot pool than play video games. But I'll tell you how old I really am. I used to enjoy the shit out of some pinball. That was a good game. That's too funny. The Crazy Warden one. And people wonder why you like watching video games, because, okay, I don't want to see a crazy warden. I don't know what he's going to do, but I want to see it. I've only been to prison a couple times, and that was just to visit somebody. I don't know anything about crazy wardens. Sorry, dude. I have to do what I have to do to keep me calm. You two are now buddies on your game. Yep, that's what I grew up. Jukebox, pinball machine, and a pool table. Those were the kind of places. Stop it. Toby, you stay away from her. You're already getting her riled up as it is. She'll get mad and I'll have to hear it. And I'll have to bop you in the nose. Can I bop you in the nose? I'll punch you right in the nose. You little turd. Yes, I know what smoking does too. Smoking makes me a relaxed person. Smoking stops me from gaining the 40 pounds I've lost. Smoking also is going to kill me. Yeah. That's Toby Wallace. He's all right. He wants to be somebody petting him all the time because he's always wanting attention. But for the most part, he's a good boy. Ain't you, buddy? Yes, you are. So yeah, there's always usually a dog up here hanging around. Molly, Toby, Ruby, Susie. The only one you hardly see unless he sticks his head in here is Wally, because he's my only big dog. He's the pit bull. That's a pretty cool name for a cat. Is he black and white? Is that why he's called Oreo? Or did he steal your Oreos? Now, still haven't heard anything about Lily. I've checked a couple leads and stuff. One lady said she saw her in the yard, but she didn't quite give me the exact yard. But I went and cruised the neighborhood and talked to people. If I see her out, it's on. Your dog's name is Oreo. So does Papa Smurf's cat. That's too funny. Two Oreos running around of different species. Yeah, I think it's somebody close that's got her and keeping her hidden. I got signs all over the place. I've called everybody. I've checked everything, and one of my neighbors thinks she spotted her in the yard, and she told me about it, but I had to wait till my brother got off work, and we went down there, and I didn't see anything. But I did ask the lady, and she was kind of standoffish a little bit. And she started to point somewhere and then she stopped. So yeah, I'm not really for sure. Wow, that's a lot of cats. I like cats, but I prefer cats like my cats. My cats come in the house in the morning to eat. They might lay down in the house, or they might go back outside and lay down. But at night, they're outside patrolling the yard and taking care of crazy animals. And that's the way I prefer them to be. If my dogs have to poop outside, then so should my cats, so that way I don't have to clean up the litter box. So yeah, back to yours, Rolly, that I've been going around, and if I see her, I will be stopping and calling. I have video from the day she popped out of her mama's hoo-ha all the way up to the day she disappeared. So I have proof she's mine, and I have her mother and her father, and if I got to pay for a DNA test, I will. Guinea pigs are cool. I'm sorry, it's rough when an animal passes away. Trust me. I know. But yeah, I had guinea pig when I was little. Younger. Those are pretty cool animals. Well, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I would be kind of upset too. I hope I find her as well, or somebody reports her, or she comes up. But I am going to be really upset if it finds out that somebody in the area that has drove by my signs and my posts and read things on every local missing dog page that there is, I'm going to be a little upset. Well, I appreciate it. We like hanging out here and just talking about whatever. Okay. I'll check out your page when I get off of here and see what it's about. Sure. What are your plans for the summer? I have plans on taking it one day at a time. When you get older, that's about all you can plan for. If God wakes you up, I'm going to do this. If not, I guess I ain't doing anything. What's up, Teddy? Lily has been gone. Somebody got her on the 16th of last month. So just a little over 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure she's on my page. pictures of her and stories about what that happened. I have sad ones there too on my shorts and things about her brother that a week before she come up missing, he passed away. Wow. I don't know anything about building a PC. Used to love riding bikes. It's awesome that you're gonna ride bikes with your dad. Love haunted houses. Those are awesome. No, I don't need to go to sleep. Am I rich? Hell no. I'm about as broke as a glass shoved off of a 40-foot fucking building. Cool. Yeah, right now I live alone. Well, my brother stays here and stuff, but it's basically just me and the dogs. Yeah, you should hear all the sad stuff. Everybody's full of sad stuff. Yeah, yeah. Everyone donate. Watch my videos. That's all I need is everybody to watch. Yeah, I'm not fundraising. I just need subscribers and people to watch my content. If I get enough people to watch it, then YouTube will pay me money. I don't need any donations. I'm just trying to build a channel and hang out with people. Well, mostly it's about my dogs. My Saturday nights are me hanging out with people. And so far, this has been probably the best night I've had hanging out because people are talking. You do what you gotta do. You definitely working it, aren't you? That's too funny. Yes, it's a cold. Well, it's almost an empty Corona. This is my Saturday nights. I have a beer and I relax. And I talk to people. This is what this live is about. Most other lives are usually about the dogs. Well, no. It's not anything to do with the eyesight not looking good. It's my third stroke I had a year ago, so the right side is not the best. So that eye droops a little bit, but it happens. As long as I can still raise my eyebrows and move my face, we're not having a stroke right now, so that's good. That's what happens when you get old, guys. You get things that hit you and you don't know anything about it. What's up, buddy? There's the big guy, but he won't let you He won't look in the camera because he hates to be on film. But that's Wally. That's his back just below the camera. If I scratch him, he might see it. No, he's gonna turn his butt around. Get up here in the camera. Say hello. You don't want to sit? He said, no, but you can scratch my butt. Wally. Dude. Come on, man. That's why you don't have dogs. Little dogs are easy. But that big guy's like a hurricane. Alright, I'll scratch you. He said, scratch my butt. He's just too funny. Don't knock my camera over again, mister. Ruby, behave. Don't knock it over. I'm watching you. What's up, Teddy? What are you doing? Wally. Damn. Wally Clark. You have done messed everything up. Go. Oh my. Sorry, everyone. I do lives every Saturday at 9 o'clock. Let me get this back up. If I can. Sometimes I do lives during the week in the mornings, hanging out with the dogs or something, but Ruby. But yeah, my lives are usually just Saturday nights are when I'm more active. If I do a live during the day, it's mostly the dogs walking or playing in the yard or doing something silly and stuff, because Wally is definitely fired from the camera crew. All right, Papa Smurf, you have a good evening. He got tangled up in the cord to my light. All right, then. I'll be here next Saturday at 9 o'clock. That's when I like to do it. You have a good night, too, and be safe. So, yeah, he just got tangled up in the cord, and he doesn't care. He's like, you're scratching my butt? That's fine. Silly. Bye. Bye. Them two trying to get a hold of one another before they get off and watch everything. What's up, dude? That's fun. It's been a good evening chilling and talking with everybody. I'll try to get everything answered if I could. I appreciate you, Rolly. I'm glad you remembered. I hadn't been doing many videos and stuff because with doctor's appointments and just trying to get over everything and stuff and come to grips with life and reality. I hadn't had really a lot of time on here. I even missed a photo of the day. One whole day I didn't do anything. I was like, oh man. But I try to stick to Saturday night so everybody can come hang out that wants to hang out. I enjoy it when they do. And it's always good hearing from you because you have crazy stories. That's cool, man. Logan, you go ahead and do what you got to do. Like I said, views are views. And if you're watching, you can watch it with the volume down or whatever. Unable to chat, I get it. Good luck on your gaming. I hope you're number one. I just never been a gamer. I've done other things. I guess I'm old. I like I said, pinball, pool. I like darts, but some people just used to get upset when I played darts because I enjoyed it, and I guess I enjoyed it too much. So what kind of beer did you grab, Rolly? You said you grabbed a beer and remembered. Let me guess, Coors. Grab me a Coors while we're at it. Where's everybody at? Coors Banquet. I have to get me a Coors. I ain't had one in a long time. See if I like the taste. Just a Corona. It's got that kick that I like. And everything, so I enjoy that. I'm excited because my daughter's supposed to be coming down next month to visit on her way to Florida. She's making a tour of it because she lives in upper New York, around Buffalo area out there. So when she comes down, she stops and sees my sister. Then she slides over and sees her family in Kentucky. Then she'll come down and visit my aunt on the way. And then she'll stop and see me. And then she'll head on to Florida to see her mother, which I think is pretty cool. Because not all the time does she take her summer breaks here in the United States. Her husband is from the Dominican Republic. She met him over there and stuff, so he's from there. And they like to do a lot of vacationing over that way. Yeah, I drank Budweiser for years, but when Budweiser decided to put whatever that was on a beer can, I was done. I don't want to see another Budweiser, Bud Light, or anything. Yeah, it is. It's cool she comes down. She FaceTimes me all the time. She's always, what do you need? What do you got? If I ever win the lottery, I'll just sign her over the check because she deserves it more than I do. I'll be like, look, just pay off my house and give me enough to live on. The rest is yours. Yeah, they grow up so fast and get out the house. And they disappear. They get their own lives going for them, which I'm good with. I mean, I'm happy she's made something of herself and has got out there. It's a lot better than having a 33-year-old living in my basement. Still can't believe she's 33, fixing to be 34. It's like, holy shit. Just the other day I was watching somebody else change diapers because I didn't do that. I knew how, and I would change diapers in an emergency situation. But when you have a kid at 17 and you're still living at home with your mom, then there's baby's mama, my sister. If we went to her folks' house, there was more women than you could shake a stick at because they just country like that. So there was always somebody to change a diaper. I knew how, but I just didn't. Yeah, I get that. I guess you would call me a mama's boy because I always lived close by where my mom was. She died about a month before I turned 30. But I always, if she needed something, I'd get it for her. Hello, Jessica. But yeah, I always stayed close by my mom. Made sure if she needed anything, I'd have it for her. Because she used to work her ass off and raise 3 kids by herself. So the least I could do was be around if she needed anything. I get the kids get their own lives and things. But if you live close by, go visit your parents and visit them often because you're not always going to have them around. And that goes for anybody that's older that's watching this. If your parents are still alive, if you can't visit them, teach them how to do FaceTime or whatever and say hello to your folks. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed, so. The sun will rise. The question is, will you? Because we don't know that. I can imagine. I mean, mom passing away at such a young age and just you and your dad. And everybody knows teenagers, they're going to butt heads. My dad left when I was 2 years old. I didn't know him, didn't know anything about him. So I grew up with a chip on my shoulder about men, period. No, not 164. But I grew up without a dad around, so when I got teenage years, if there was a man trying to tell me something, we'd have issues. And I mean, we'd have bad issues. Yeah, I moved out at 17. Well, because I had a kid at 17, so of course I moved to my first little single wide trailer out in the country. Just living life. I mean, well, she's my ex-wife now, but we were just dating at the time because my mom refused to sign for me to get married. She said, you want to get married? Wait till you're 18 and go ahead. So I did. We lasted about 10 years. Grew apart. No hard feelings and stuff. She lives her life. I live mine. But yeah, it's I had a problem with the male authority. I didn't want some dude in my face telling me something to do, but like my first thought is you ain't my fucking daddy. So that's where those issues came from. But yeah, as you get older, you realize stuff. We'll say I was like that all the way up till I was 15. And then at 15, I was riding around the back of a pickup truck that got pulled out in front of another truck, and we got hit. After about 10 days in the hospital, I changed my whole outlook on life. It's a little too short, and I just don't give a fuck. As long as you ain't in my space and bothering what's mine, I don't care. You can do whatever you like. Not gonna bother me none. And then when I got older, I realized that that was a good rule to live by. Because I've had friends of mine that wanted to butt into other people's stuff. Seeing a man and woman getting into a fight. Yeah, I know. I didn't run into all that stuff about partying and doing everything because I did my fair share. But when you have a kid that young, there is no time to go party. I dropped out of school so I could go work wherever. I found a small bakery that would hire me to box donuts at night for deliveries and stuff, and filling them and putting icing and stuff on them, just things like that. I found a job to pay me because I needed diapers, I need gas money. I needed things. So I didn't have time to party, and there wasn't much money left over for beer after diapers and everything else. So that's what I did there. Yeah, I remember used to go into parties like that where two dudes living in a duplex or whatever, nice place, just two of them, and all their friends are over. It gets pretty wild, and usually I learn that you try to leave before the first stabbing starts because that shit goes on. That goes on a lot. I've been to a couple parties where shit, you leave before the police show up. Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't my house, but I seen some shit, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. I knew something was gonna go on that night because there's one guy at the party just, hey, I'm like, yeah, you got a shovel? And I was like, no, I don't carry a shovel in my car. Yeah, I got that face. I might have been there. Yeah, I've seen some wild stuff, and I always had a home to go to with an old lady and a kid, so it was like, let me get out of here before it gets too out of hand. Sometimes I was a little behind because I would leave and see the blue lights coming in. I'm like, got out just in time. So yeah, I've seen my fair share of some crazy shit going on. Ah, yeah, yeah. Dogs are out being crazy. Got my back door open. In case anybody's wondering, that's why I'm not doing cooking videos, is because my back door stays open with a screen on it. And I leave it open because it's not hot enough for the AC. Well, it's warm, but you can get a breeze in here. So I don't turn on the AC and things until I absolutely have to, because big house costs a lot of money to cool. I'm cheap. And somebody made a comment about flies. I'm on my videos. And I'm like, okay. So I'll calm down until I can close my doors and turn the air on. Yes, it's all fun and games until the cops show up. And sometimes when they show up, it even gets funnier. Especially if you're not the one in trouble. Because sometimes, yeah. I just like watching people who get in trouble. Because they say the dumbest things and everybody's watching. You're like, you think they believe that? I don't. Silly, silly, silly. Don't start, Ruby. I'll let you out in a minute and you can do your last potty once I get everybody else in. I got a couple wasps out in the garage, but my shit is these damn carpenter bees wanting to drill holes and eat into my wood. And I've had them a lot. But I've calmed them down because I read somewhere or seen a video that peppermint water, just some peppermint extracts in a spray bottle of water, and you spray your wood down, and they don't bother it, which it seems to be working. I spray it down every little bit and keep them off. Get off my wood. But I hate wasps and bees that destroy things. But I won't go looking for them. If they're not bothering me and they're not in my way, then I'm good with that. They be buzzing around with their own business. I got my own worries. Has it ever started warming up where you're at, Rolly? I know you had some rain today. But last I talked to you, it was still in the 50s. I'm like, oh no, it's too cold for me. $50 degrees. Of course, I say it's too cold, but I could use a night with 50 degrees as long as it gets back up to 80 in the day. Noisy truck. Oh, noisy trucks. I'm doing okay, Jessica. How are you doing this evening? Teddy, where you going, bud? The dogs are doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Dogs are all right. Ruby's having her female issues, so other than that, everything's going good. We just got to keep her away from everybody. Only 50. That's still a little cold. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I've gotten those traps before, but man, when they fill up, they stink. And if you don't have a way to clear them out, you're in trouble. Well, welcome back, Logan. I take it you didn't do so well. Or you kicked ass and everybody else got off. You're like, I'm not playing with him. Couple days is 70. I like 70. 70 and 80 is good. You can keep at 90 and 100 stuff, but it's coming. I'll take it. Still a lot better than 30. I'm not big on the cold weather. I can stand about 2 weeks of it. So yeah, as a truck driver, I've definitely hated from October till March out over the road. And maybe June in Wyoming, because that place was always cold and snowing. Where's your sister? I don't trust y'all. We got a dog down. She's not down, we just don't know. She's scared for me to pick her up, but she'll hang out in the dark outside, no problem. She's kind of crazy. Molly! I'm doing good, Cassie. How are you this evening? Casey. Yeah. I'm not for sure. I don't have my glasses on. I hope I said that right. Casey, I believe. I misspoke the first time. Well, that's good to hear. It's pretty bad that some people are so bored they stop in and say hello to me. Nah, I appreciate everybody that tunes in and says hi. It always makes a better evening of conversation. We was just discussing, well, this evening we've discussed everything. The weather, life growing up. Well, thank you. It used to be much longer, but around sometime last year, I forget when, I shaved it off. I had the video where I took it off, and I was like, okay. And then I didn't like it because then I realized I was old and I have a lot of this stuff hanging here. So I started to grow it back immediately. It's camouflage. So it needs to get a little bit longer, but other than that, right now it's pretty good. It's gray as can be. I can't help that. I never felt the need to use that just for men to darken it up. I'm old and I don't care who knows it. I've earned every one of these gray hairs. He was tooting earlier. Uh-oh. Wow. 41. And August 1st. I will be 51 July 18th. So I'm an old guy. "13 Hours." That was a good movie. No, can't show my Billy. I could duck down and show you my heart monitor. Ah, 41's a good age. Well, that's awesome. I'm not for sure what tooting is, so I don't know if I am or not. I'm a little old. But if you're talking about what I think tooting is no, that's my stroke eye. No, I ain't farting. Tooting and poppers. All right. Now we're on a good subject. Farting. Everybody does it, so everybody must have something to say about it. Yeah. Yep, I've had plenty of cigars. Yes, lots of beans for tooting. I used to have, I used to like those Doomit cigars. I guess if you ever watched Gold Rush, the old man that's on there, he had his own line of cigars, and they're actually pretty good cigars. But I'll smoke one if there's one around. Do you smoke cigars? Yeah, you should eat lots of beans, Rolly, because beans are good for your heart. Well, that's good. Cigars are okay if you like them. I like that one. I've always heard the beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. Beans for every meal. But I like that one. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm just a cigarette smoker on here. What I do in my private life is my business. But I partake. Uh, I haven't had a pickled egg in years, but last time I liked them, they were pretty good. So I take it this pickle egg question is going to lead to a toot. Hello, Miss Molly. You decided to come in? You leaving me? All right. Yes, they are. From what I remember, they're really good. As long as you ain't eating pickled pig's feet. I'm not for sure about that. I've seen them, but I ain't eat them. Kind of like I'm not gonna have any Rocky Mountain oysters either. I've known people that's tried them that did not know what they were, and they said they were really good. And I was like, I don't think so, because I know what they are. That's something I don't do. Are you done pushing on me? I don't have anything, guys. Ouch. You're stabbing me with your feet. I've never had that. It sounds pretty good. What kind of music do I like? Well, that's a question I ain't never been asked on here. I am a lover of all kinds of music. On my Pandora, there is everything from Frank Sinatra to Metallica, Guns N' Roses, country, southern rock, rap music. I mean, it's kind of hard to pick one specific type when there's so much good music out there. I haven't made pickled eggs in a while. I need to try that because they last forever. And it's just like, get them up there. What type of music you like, Casey? Okay. You're talking with the 80s and 90s. Those were good eras. Some of today's music is really iffy for me. I guess I'm old and stuck in my ways, but I prefer older music. Wally, please don't mess up my camera again. You're going to, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay. Not so bad yet. Yeah, I'm a... Hello. Is that Alden? Hi. I say hello to everybody. I'm older than you. Yeah, well, I sure in the hell feel old these days. A lot older than I should. But I'm getting back up there. I'm getting moving around a lot more. I walked probably about 10 blocks the other day. It took a while, but I got around them. And everything, so me and my walker just, well, I have a cane. I don't have a walker. But we went moseying around the neighborhood. But next time I'll remember if I'm going to do that, I'll do that in the morning, not the afternoon, because it was a little warm. But yeah, it's a lot better than what I was doing. Oh, you're not familiar with my page. I'm sorry. I have a cane because April 17th of last year, I had my third stroke. And that's why I use a cane to help with balance and stuff. I'm recovering. It could be a lot worse. We're going to doctor's appointments all the time, trying to figure out. They know what's causing it, but now they're going to try to fix it. Because the hole in the heart that everybody's born with, mine didn't close up. And I'm the 25% of the people that didn't close up that might have a problem. So I had the problem. So that's what's going on there. But I'm recovering, going to doctors, doing what I'm supposed to do. That's why I say I'm old. Because when you have an issue like that hits, that puts some years on you that you don't want. And they're just years that happen overnight. Yes, I'm happy I'm okay too. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, I tell everybody, somebody was looking out for me because I had just parked my 18-wheeler and went to go take my 30-minute break and climbed out of my truck. Probably got 5-10 feet away from my truck, and that's when it hit, and I had to get somebody to call the ambulance for me. Oh, I'm gonna stay strong. I've had a lot of other issues besides the stroke, and if everything that I've had happen in the past year hasn't killed me, then I'm gonna make it. I just wake up one day at a time and keep smiling. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry anybody passes away from cancer. My mother passed away in 2005 from cancer. So I know everything about it. And the only thing is usually you get the diagnosis, and that gives you a year or more to come to grips with what that diagnosis means. But then you've had those people that go to the doctor and they find out they got it one day, and within 2 weeks they pass away from it. It's a horrible thing. I smoke cigarettes. I shouldn't. I know. But it's bad. I've seen my fair share of loss from that disease. And I remember how easy it was and how much they advertised for kids to smoke cigarettes. I can imagine what it was like when our parents were younger and they were advertising everything under the sun. I still remember looking in the magazines, and if you turned in enough of the little labels of your cigarette pack, you could win a free iron lung. But they forgot to tell you that you're going to need that. They're going to give it to you because you're going to need it. That's that big pharmaceutical company looking out for all of us. Making sure they keep us sick and needing them. I can't believe how many people have said hey or stopped in and said hello this evening. Again, I'd like to thank everybody that has. This has been one of my good nights. I don't have many people that stop in. All right, I get it. You go ahead and take him out and let him do his last potty. I got to do that for my guys here in a little bit. You have a good evening, and I'll be here again next Saturday night at 9 o'clock. Having a beer, talking about my week. So we'll see you then, Rolly. You take it easy. Give Goober a pat on the head for me. So if anybody wasn't listening, that's what we do here on Saturday nights. I like to go live and unwind from my week. Sounds great. I'll have a Corona, you have a Coors, and we'll go hang out. I'll see you at Joe's Pub next Saturday. But that's what we do, is we come in and hang out and say hello and just chat. So if you like that, that's what goes on at 9 o'clock on Saturdays. Other than that, most of my videos and posts and live videos are about being a dog dad. I have 7 of them, and that's basically my world since I'm unable to work. This is what I do. I take care of dogs and try to get some exercise in and get moving around so I can get better. Everybody's left. I got one person hanging on. That's too funny. So to that one person that's still watching who just left, I get it. I've been on here an hour and a half, folks. You guys have a great evening. Be safe. Tune in again next week about the same time. And we'll be back to discuss whatever anybody wants to discuss. Next Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Have a good night.